I kind of assumed that. I have this. Yeah. Oh, thanks. All right. Oh. That's for Batman and Superman. All right. All right, as requested, a Superman versus a Batman. Shit. Deal? Huh. Aren't we all? Some Batman v Superman. Anything else? Anybody can think of? Those guys back up. Bang. Oh, come on. Two people, really. Well then, let's get this on the road soon. Yeah, cool. All right, well, start us off. Let's have a review of my DC collection. Back in a bit. Go grab all of it. One person. One. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Alright, first up, we're going to be showing off some of the Batman figures in my collection. First up, we got McFarlane. Todd McFarlane design. Pretty good. Now, another one of my personal favorites. Nightfall. If he can stand. There we go. Nightfall. Next up, not a really popular Batman, but still a pretty cool looking one. We got Drowned. Definitely my second favorite figure, Batman. Batman laughs. Yep, Batman. Love this guy. And my favorite Batman figure I got up here. It's got to be this one, Omega. From if I remember correctly, The Last Night on Earth. Oh, and of course, forgot about him, Dawnbreaker. But yeah, Omega comes from the comic book. This comic book, Last Night on Earth. It's by Snyder and Capullo. Definitely worth it. Hey, we already got the Batmans going. I'll bring in some of the more... I have a few of the sidekicks. See what I can bring up. Then we'll see some of the other non-Batman people. Which isn't a lot. Alright, first up here, we have arguably the best Robin. Nightwing. Tell me, who's your favorite Robin? Love to know. I mean, mine's Dick. He's pretty cool. Of course. Oh, dear me. Got Batgirl. So powerful, knocked over the camera. Then my final Batman figure, one of my very first McFarlane figures, and really my first one I got, Rebirth Joker. Love this guy. Love the facial expressions. Alright, Jennifer asking, do I play Fortnite? I do not. I'm more of a fighting game guy myself. Alright, now we're gonna move on to some of the other DC characters I got. Because believe it or not, I do have more than Batman. Surprisingly. Got some of the Justice League here. Got Green Lantern. Red Sun Superman. Got Snyder Cut Flash. And another one of my favorites, Todd McFarlane's Wonder Woman design. Yeah, he really knocked it out of the park on that one. Can't wait to find it. Can't wait for him to do Superman. And my last DC figure I got, it's just Bizarro. He was just a fun guy to pick up. Yeah, anyway. Go. Yeah, Superman. Got that one as a joke. Sent it to a friend of mine. Alright, next up we got a few other things. Should we go with video games? Video game characters or Transformer characters next? A lot of toys? Yeah. It's been about 17 years in the making, so we'll count for a lot. Alright, vote for video games. Alrighty. Let's see it. What I've got here for you. Alright, starting us off, we're going with we're going to start with the Mortal Kombat I got. So we have Scorpion, McFarlane, of course. MK11 Spawn, arguably one of the best characters in that game. And my least favorite from this line, Sub-Zero. Because his hand broke out as soon as I opened the package, right out of the package, he broke. Him. See, just touching it, it falls off. But yeah, that's Mortal Kombat. None of the characters really looked too terribly great, or they were just really hard to find. Alright, he still looks cool. Yeah, he still looks good. It's just I don't like the fact that the figure broke as soon as I opened the box. It's a big pain. Alright, onto one of my favorite one of my favorite video game franchises. We're gonna go to Street Fighter next. Alright, first up we got some Funko Savage World characters. M. Bison, who just got announced for Street Fighter 6. And, of course, Blanca. Love these characters. Terrible articulation. All they really got is waist. 360, 360, 360. Not much articulation, but they're still kind of cool. But yeah, now we're going to move on to some of the more articulated figures. Those being the Playmates crossover of TMNT. If I can get Mikey to stand here. And Street Fighter. Chun-Li. This set was... Yeah, this set here was way more than I really wanted to spend on it. He's from Fortnite? Oh, come on. Oh, no. Alright. Now, these last three of the Street Fighters, some of my personal favorite figures in my collection. They're from Jada Toys, from Street Fighter 2. Decent articulation, some good accessories, good character choices too. Of course, we got Poster Boy, Ryu. Everyone's favorite, Chun-Li, again. And for some weird reason, for all you Fei Long fans out there, they added him too. And he fell over, of course he did. Alright. And my final character from a video game is one of my most articulated and definitely has the most accessories. Castlevania's Alucard. From the anime that they made of it, the anime cartoon they made for it. Trevor and all of them. If you haven't seen it yet, I definitely suggest it. I recommend it. Very good. Good story. Good dialogue. Cool characters. But yeah, don't watch it with your younger siblings or something like that. But hey, it's definitely a good show to check out if you're into Castlevania. Now, the real question is, before we move on to Transformers, do you want to see horror, or do you want to see Dragon Ball next? Both are... I have a really small amount of both, so I just want to know which one you guys want to see first. Ah, hello, Agent JK4711. Alright, that's one for Dragon Ball. Alright, just currently deciding if you want to see Dragon Ball or horror next. Alright, that's two for Dragon Ball. And so an overwhelming majority. All these are from that Dragon Stars that they made. So no SH figure arts. I'm not that into it. Of course we got... So we have Hit. Got Goku Black. And my favorite Dragon Ball character, which is a hot take probably, Zamasu. I really like Super. I like the Zamasu arc. That was fun. Got these guys because they're part of a set that creates a fused Zamasu. Build a figure. Couldn't find the other three characters, so now I just have, half a Zamasu hanging around somewhere. See if I can find them real quick. Ah, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, these three guys led to half a fused Zamasu. Need to find the other three sometime. So, let me think. It was Future Trunks, Blue Vegeta, and Blue Goku. Had the rest of them. But for now, he's just half of a fusion. So he's half of half. Looking nice? Thank you. I try very hard to keep these in a decent condition at least. Alright, next up, some of my two characters from my favorite movie franchises. Coming up from horror. First up, we got NECA's Friday the 13th, Part 7, Jason. Love this character. Has a removable mask. Put that back on him. Has a bunch of gardening tools. That was a real trip of a movie, that one. And this next one is Halloween Kills, Michael Myers. So from one of the more recent movies, Halloween movies, we got Michael. They scale very nicely. Then again, they never meet each other, so still think this would have been a better duo than Freddy vs. Jason, but you know. But yeah, horror, one of my favorite movie genres, especially slasher. Yeah, of the two, Jason definitely has the better accessories and the better articulation, and Michael's he's still good. He's just not as good as him. Alright, now the real question is, we're going to move on to some Transformers now. But the real question is, do you want to see Studio Series, or do you want to see some of the other ones? Like War for Cybertron, Legacy, Power of the Prime Trilogy. Either way is fine. I'm going to show them off either way, but do you want to do Studio Series, or do you want to do some of the other mainline stuff like War for Cybertron Trilogy, Legacy? Alright, I see one for Legacy. Now, be forewarned, I haven't been too terribly on the case of Legacy. A lot of the characters they've released aren't characters I really, bonded. I haven't really experienced or grew up with. I grew up with G1, Prime, all those ones. Not really many of the. I didn't grow up with the Unicron trilogy, so most of these characters. So I only got 2 from Legacy. Feels bad, but I'll show them off. Some of my favorites. See if I can find them here. Okay, yeah, alright, there they are. Okay. A little bit out of reach, let me just get them real quick. And one of my first Legacy figures is from one of my favorite shows, at least, Prime. And of course, the best character from Prime was Knockout. Love that they included his electric spear. Like, they get really good on the detailing. It chose a really good mold for him, I think. Sure, he doesn't have the doors on it. He doesn't have the doors on his arms like in the show, but I like their interpretation of him. And the second one I have is one of the few leader classes that I actually wanted to buy, because I usually don't get leader classes. They're usually going hard, definitely. All right, my second other Legacy. Again, I don't usually buy leaders. They're usually too expensive. Found this guy on sale at a Target for $25. Thought I was getting scammed. Which is Transmetal 2 Megatron from Beast Wars. Again, that's a show I actually grew up on. That's why when I saw him on sale, I was like, yes, have to do it. Have to get it. Articulation is a bit odd on him. Doesn't have a ball-jointed head, but due to transformation. Love that they give him a fire effect, blast effects. I'm one of the guys. I'm always down for fire effects as an accessory. Love the wings too. All the translucent actual hard plastic. But yeah, thinking about doing a War for Cybertron trilogy next, because I had some of my. That was when I really started getting into collecting, was when Siege came out. Then I just kept. That's when I started collecting with Siege. So I have a lot of Siege, a little bit of Earthrise, a little bit of Kingdom. Well, not a lot of Kingdom. Kingdom I kind of like fell off. Wasn't really liking most of the beast modes. But yeah. Alright. Gonna move on to Siege. Because that was, again, first one I got. So, one of the first characters I got in Siege was Impactor. It's weird that he's a deluxe and he's taller than almost every other deluxe I have in my collection. Also, I feel like they could have probably made him a Voyager so that they could fill out, wish they made him a Voyager, give him a little more height, and also, the hollowness. Hollowness is, yeah, it's real. Another character from Siege, really enjoyed getting. One of my favorite Autobots. Got Hound. In G1, I just liked him. His Jeep mode was cool. He had a shoulder cannon, which they, I don't know, did with that what they did. Took some creative liberty with it, which is fine. Then I got some, I got a weaponizer, got 6-gun. Because unlike a lot of the community, I actually enjoy the weaponizer gimmick. Parts formers don't really annoy me too terribly much, so long as there's some transformation involved. Well, I mean, I'm fine with weaponizers. I always thought it was kind of cool that they, turn into armor for other characters. 6-gun was one of the first ones I got. Alright, now we're moving on to the Decepticons I got from this. Which is a lot more than this one. So let me just move these guys back a bit, see if I can get them all in the shot here. So of course we got Barricade. Now I don't know about you. I prefer this design over the movie design. Looks really good. I like the hood as a chest. Got the wheels on the feet. Got and of course door wings. Love Transformers with door wings. Looks cool. Then we got main man himself, which is Megatron. Siege Megatron. His wrists, yeah, the wrists are the only complaint I have with this guy. That, and he's super back heavy because of the tank on his back. Yeah, put him back there. Alright, Agent JK4711 is leaving. Alright, have a good evening. Alright, let me see. Alright, here he is. Of course, one of my favorite leader classes. Here we got is Siege Shockwave. Couldn't find Soundwave, but I'm a Shockwave guy. I like the waves; they're pretty cool. Got one back here with. Love that they gave him a little glider that you can make out of his armored bits. One back there with Megatron. Alright, this next character I had transformed for some strange reason. Have to get him back to robot mode. Should have done that beforehand, but honestly I wasn't thinking about it. I was just setting up a cool display. my favorite Seeker is, of course, Thundercracker. Yeah, I liked him. He was always fun. I liked his color scheme was just so, I don't know, different from a lot of the G1 guys. There was only like two maybe three other blue Decepticons, like Soundwave, Breakdown. Well, Blur doesn't count. He was an Autobot. Scourge and the sweeps. Not really much blue going on. Maybe Onslaught if you count that. But yeah, definitely a banger of a character. And of course, because I'm me, I also enjoyed getting some of the Micromasters that came with this. Yeah, the Micromasters was cool. I think was a good idea at least. Have add some miniatures. I had a handful of these guys. Of course, some of the most obvious because I'm trying to hunt down Soundwave from Siege. Could never find them, but preemptively trying to find them, I got the first Soundwave Spy Patrol Squadron, which is Ravage and Laserbeak. I also got some of some of the Target Masters, Fire Drive, Aimless from the G1 from Season 4, G1. Some characters I never even heard of, like Lionizer. I wanted a character to have a sword, so I bought him. He was pretty good. Pteraxodon. Real creative name there for the. I'm sure it took him a while in the room to think what to name that character. Then we got just a few more here. Go off to the side. We had a Flak and Top Shot, so Flak and Top Shot. And the Red Heat and Stakeout battle pack. It's pretty cool to get some miniature police officers and a fire truck. So Red Heat and Stakeout. I didn't get any of the Micromasters from Earthrise or Kingdom because they were just really small, but not just their size, but they didn't turn into weapons or anything really cool. They were just turning into connectors for a big base, which is still cool. It's just that I didn't have any of the base formers. Just two. I only had like 2 base formers, so not really worth getting that for. In Kingdom, I didn't really like Rat Trap or any of the or Vertebrake or any of those guys. Fossilizer's gimmick wasn't too cool. It was just them reusing Weaponizer but with bones. Didn't look as cool as I thought it would. Yeah, that's my my Siege collection. Siege, real big part of my journey as a collector. These guys off to the side for now. Alright, next up, of course, after Siege came Earthrise. Which I thought was cool because they finally started giving characters Earth modes instead of Siege being Cybertronian. Gave them some Earth modes. Of course, we just got Wheeljack because I wanted to, get a Wrecker or something. Plus, I like his transformation is pretty interesting. Then we got Airwave. I like him. He's pretty fun. He's a pretty fun character to mess around with. He actually has an interesting base mode. Looks really good. Of course, we got Earthrise Starscream. Hello, Scourge's Optimus Prime. Glad to see you. Just going over Earthrise stuff. Earthrise Starscream. A couple others that were really odd. Got this from a local toy place I go to called Rogue Toys, not sponsored, but they have some pretty good collectible stuff. If you have one near you, definitely should check them out. That's where I got him, which was just a Generation Selects, but he came out around Earthrise, so deep cover, which is just the Siege Sideswipe mold, but you know, in black and blue, which was a really cool, really good choice of color scheme. Then this is the series that got me into trying to get some of the bigger figures. A friend of mine sent me this. It's Earthrise Skylinks. So super grateful he sent me that. Had tons of fun with this figure. Love that it splits in half. It's got a base mode that they implemented. Again, I like base modes. Weaponizers, too bad most aren't very good at being weapons. Yeah, true. I mean, I have 6-gun and a Slammer. Those guys got some. They look pretty good on. They work on just about anybody from that. Yeah, Skylinks. Yeah, I got lucky. Had a friend of mine who got that for me for my. I think it was one of my birthdays. He gave me that. He knew how much of a nerd I was. Love him for that. This next one's also a gift I got from somebody because because I usually don't go for super expensive figures. That's usually out of my budget or something. Like most of these characters you see here, except for Skylinks, they're like between the $20 to $40 range. That's about as much as I'm willing to give or buy. Slammer. Oh, Arachnite and Wingfinger. I looked at Wingfinger. He was pretty cool. I like that he was the one of the flying ones. Like yeah. To me, it looked like a dead pterosaur. It's kind of cool. And then I realized it was a Maximum. I'm like, oh, that's not dead pterosaur because pterosaurs are Predacon. Yeah, last figure here. I have this character currently in base mode, so I'm probably not gonna bring him down. But if you've seen reviews for the person I'm talking about, this is Zarek, or Lord Zarek. He is my quote-unquote, I think, holy grail character. One of them, at least. I have another one that's a lot better I'll show off later. But yeah, a friend of mine got me, different friend, got me Earthrise Scorponok. That was awesome. Oh, you have MPM Bayverse Optimus? Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, like Black Zarek. I know. I saw that. I saw advertisements for that. It never showed up in any stores that I was at near my area, so I couldn't try and find it. But I've seen the Black Zarek mold. I saw it has the scar there. Yeah, that's one I definitely want. Black Zarek too. That's one definitely. Yeah. Now towards the end of this, now I'm gonna show off some of Kingdom, which I don't have a lot of because Beast Wars as a show I enjoyed. The idea behind it I liked. Getting the figures for Kingdom though, you can never really get into them. They were most of them were just I don't know, didn't really enjoy how they looked. Some of their transformations were a bit annoying. Personal favorites, Tidal Wave. Okay, Legacy Tidal Wave looks pretty cool. Yeah, so I watched MGo's review on that. That was a big old figure. Love that. That looked cool. Now to start us off with Kingdom. We got Black Arachnia. I mean that's a must-have if you're a Beast Wars person. If you watch the Beast Wars show, you'll know why that's a character you probably would want to have in your collection. I got this character because I thought he just looked really cool, and I think he did the Cheetor mold really well. Plus his face sculpt, Shadow Panther. I don't know, I like the idea of an evil Cheetor. More or less, I liked him more than Cheetor. Cheetor fans are going to get mad at me, but I wasn't a big fan of Cheetor. He was, especially Transmittal 2, looked so weird. Really happy they didn't do a figure of that. Next up, we got one of my favorite weaponizers, Slammer. One of the Metroplex's boys. Now I have now I have a short uploaded that shows off a fan mode I came up with, where you can combine him with Siege 6 gun, create this big ol' combiner. Since they're both weaponizers, they just split them apart, put them back together in a really cool way. And that see, that combiner went up to is about the size of around the size of a liter. So you can buy 2 deluxes, combine them, and it'd be about the height of a liter. I think that's pretty good. Cheetor was cringy bad. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad somebody agrees. Like the character design was cool, but his personality was just something I didn't enjoy. Now this is one of the very few amount of characters I regret getting. Tracks. Now as you can see, he actually stand up. That's surprising. This character is notorious for being a huge pain in my backside. Like he does not want to stand. He never wants to stand. He doesn't want to do anything. Like the character I don't know why this character's design, like what they did with his transformation and stuff, feels like you're gonna break the figure literally every time you're gonna try and transform him. Feels like you're gonna break the figure. Alright, Trax getting too much hate. Look, I like Trax. Trax as a character was cool. His concept was cool, a flying car. I just hate the execution on the figure. The execution on the figure, that was I don't know. And then they released. Funny thing is, they released Road Rage, and they fixed absolutely nothing. Which is what I find funny is that they released Road Rage a little bit after, which is just a female repaint, and they didn't even change like almost anything about the mold. Still the same mold. Wasn't really good. But yeah, Trax was one of the boys. I enjoyed him. All right. So that's my, War for Cybertron trilogy. Definitely one of the better toy lines they made, especially because that gave us, the articulation standard. Waist, legs, ankle, shoulder, elbow. Don't know why I'm using Slammer. He doesn't have any wrist rotation, but you get the idea. Got these guys off the side here. Now, I have a few Prime Wars figures. These are just going to be some miscellaneous Transformers I have before I go on to Studio Series. Which gun piece are you missing? Because, are you missing the hand cannon part? Like, this part right here? Because really the only thing that affects is tank mode, really. And even then, if you transform it without this, it still kind of looks like a tank. Kingdom Galvatron? Ooh. I saw that. I've seen that figure before. I've looked into getting it, but he's a leader. And like I said, I don't really like getting leaders too terribly much because they're like $50 now. 55 or so dollars at where I live. 55 US dollars. That's a lot for a Transformer. So usually I wait until they go on sale or something like that. Makes it a heck of a lot easier to, like, that's how I got Legacy Megatron, Transmetal 2 Megatron. Got his Legacy because he was on sale for $25. He's worth the price. I know a lot of the leaders, but they've been hitting me out of the ballpark for a lot of their leader classes in Legacy and Kingdom, and almost all the leaders have been worth it, except for like maybe one or two. But even then, they're still pretty good. Like Blitzwing is one I've been trying to find, but he is hard to track down. Oh, there you go. See, you found it. Glad you found the piece. All right. Now we're gonna do a real flat blast from the past. Got these from a place called Rogue Toys, and a couple other, like thrift store, collectible places. These are some characters from Prime Wars, the Prime Wars trilogy, which is surprising because I didn't think I'd find these guys. Most of these guys were only like $10, $20. Yeah, they were not that expensive to find. So yeah, definitely check out your Rogue Toys in your area and stuff. Cause I got Blitzwing. Yeah, yeah. That tends to happen with a lot of the triple changers. One mode always seems to suffer the most. Like their robot mode's fine, one of their modes looks fine, and then the other one's just completely terrible. I mean, like look at Astro Train. That story of Astro Train. Look at Siege, Earthrise, Astro Train. He's got a great train mode, great robot mode, a pretty decent base mode, and then his spaceship mode is just terrible. But yeah, Prime Wars. I got Titan's Return Blur there. He was a cool find. Enjoys the triculation. He started in around 2018. Yeah, I've been doing it for about that long too. Most of these guys though, I don't know. I got them from gifts from other people. Most of these guys, so. Like Cindersaur from Power of the Primes. My little guy right there. His ball joint. I hate that he had ball joint arms that are so big because now they're just loose and his arms flop everywhere. Can't even stand up in his beast mode. The final one here. Character I actually like. I really love how this figure was done. Legends Outback from Power of the Primes. He was really, really well. I think he was pretty well done. He doesn't have any waist rotation, but he has almost every other. He doesn't have waist, ankle, but everything else is pretty good. But yeah, these guys were fun to find. Don't look at the HasLab Unicron. Oh man, I know. When that came out, my wallet started feeling pain. My wallet started feeling physical pain when that thing came out. I didn't get it. I didn't get that. That was like that what they were charging for that. Jesus. Yeah. That's a cool figure, but not cool enough to buy. I'm fine looking at other people who have it. Yeah. This is the last character before we go into Studio Series. And it's again one of my favorite characters. That being, where did I put him? There he is. Part of my foot. That being, ID the thrill. This is from Thrilling 30. Got this guy also for like $20 at Rogue Toys. Again, not sponsored, but definitely check them out if they're in your area. Yeah, I know. I'm a sucker for Bayverse too. Some of the designs are actually kind of good. Like Dark of the Moon was one of my favorites because of the character designs. What's your favorite? Anyway, this is one of my favorite figures I have in my collection here. Thrilling 30 IDW Thundercracker, who actually came with a comic book, which was cool because I read that thing. That was a really good one. Let's see if I can. And it just has came with this exclusive cover IDW Transformers, and it just is a solo Thundercracker story. And this right here is why I love Thundercracker so much. It's what goes into his character, and his character is awesome. Also, this design with the machine guns that can combine and stuff. Yeah. Also, yeah, love how his null rays. Seriously, they're just machine guns. This back part here, pro tip, you can take that off. Got ports back there. Oh, Dotem. Yeah, Dark of the Moon. Optimus was cool. He got a full-on trailer full of stuff. But yeah. What I like is that you can take his guns, plug them together, take this bit, put it in that port. Bang. Weapon storage that isn't on his arms. So now he just looks kind of weird, but that's something I found out weirdly enough by accidentally dropping the figure and that popping out. Yeah, this is one of my favorite figures. Definitely. He's Sure, he's a deluxe, so he doesn't scale well with Starscream. It's a bit short. Yeah, doesn't scale with his other counterpart. But you know, Thundercracker's still my favorite. That's why I got two of them. I do not have. Surprisingly enough, a lot of stores sell out of Optimus Primes before I can find them, so I actually don't have any Prime figures. Any Optimus Prime figures, really. I have like one from when Cyberverse first started. Yeah, when the Cyberverse toy line first started, had the Ultimate class with the Matrix Blast. It's about the only Prime I have. I can see if I have it somewhere. He's in like my bin of Transformers I don't care about because his articulation, well, it's good. It was so weird. It was so simple for such a large price. Like he's about the size of a liter, and he's the size of a liter, and his transformation's more simple than most deluxes. See, this is the only Prime I got. But I'm sure that SS32 is pretty complicated. I know a lot of the Prime ones are just really difficult to do in general because they tried to do too much or make it too much. Bay vs. Ironhide. Bay vs. Ironhide's cool. That was a good design choice. I just wish, he wasn't being scalped for like hundreds of dollars. Or else I might have picked him up. But, a deluxe class that's worth $30 being sold on everywhere for like $100. Oh, his chest gimmick won't chill? Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun to try and put back together. Gotta lift up his face. Right there. When you transform this guy, though, that thing loves falling apart. And then it never wants to go back in. Like, it takes me forever to have to try and push that back in. It's just being really nice to me right now, which is weird. But yeah, it's just gimmick. It's weird. Oh, the Autobots Arrival Pack. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that anniversary pack. I was looking at that. But, yeah, most of the characters there. I don't know, movie 1. I'm probably one of the few people that say this. I preferred the Decepticons over the Autobots in that movie. Decepticons just had way cooler designs. Barricade, Bone Crusher, Brawl's design. Blackout was cool. You got Megatron's design looking cool. Dorito Starscream. Devastator was in that movie too. That's a Bayverse joke. Yeah, quality control. I'm lucky enough to not have that happen to me much with Transformers, at least. Only time I got hit by the QC Goblin was when I got Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero, where his hand falls off right out of the package. Like, I got this guy out of the package, bang, hand comes off, right out of the box. Oh, Dorito Scream. Yeah, Dorito Scream it's an interesting design. I prefer his Dark of the Moon version with all the camo on it, the camo design, because that just made him look even more awesome. Seriously, Dark of the Moon was just one of the better movies that they made. Totally honest. That's why I have a bit of an obsession with it. Yeah. Alright. On to Studio Series. I've delayed it long enough. Alright, we're going to start with these characters in movie order. But I have none of the characters from Transformers 2007, Transformers 1986, or Rise of the Beast, because everybody from the first movie's out and being scalped online. 86, I just... every time I find them, it was a character that I didn't really need or want. And then Rise of the Beast, I just couldn't find any of them. It was always, not a character I wanted, like Cheetor. I don't like Cheetor's design in that, so I was like, no. Which means I have to start us off with someone I do have, which is Revenge of the Fallen. Oh, SS Constructicons. Oh man, I wish I knew about that when I first started collecting. Because I've seen Long Haul at my Target when they first came out, and I should have picked them up. I should have picked up Long Haul. And Long Haul, Hightower, and Scrap and Junk Heap, I think, right? No, Scrap Metal, Scrap Metal. All three of those were in the store, and I should have picked them up, but I wasn't thinking about them. I was like, oh, it's going to be a while since they released the rest. They're not going to go up in price. Lo and behold, they went up in price. Quite a bit. But yeah, first up we have here is Revenge of the Fallen Side Swipe. I think this was an improvement over the Dark of the Moon mold. Love the silver paint. The silver here is really good. The guns and the swords are pretty cool. His feet, the only thing I hate is his feet. These things are a pain to make him stand up on anything. Like anything, it's painful to try and put him on anything. There you go. And then another character I got from that is a character that I believe is overhated. Alright? I don't understand why people hate this figure. Sure, it's not too terribly accurate, but hey, the mold looks great. It came with a stand. Revenge of the Fallen Soundwave. I think I'm probably the only person in existence that probably actually likes this figure. I just like the design of this. Sure, there's a lot of gray, but I like the blues that are picked out there. Plus, he came with a stand. That was pretty cool to come with, the stand that goes right up his right there. Yeah, I like this design of Soundwave. I like that they tried something new. Sure, it didn't work. You have Rhinox Primal and B from Alright, Bumblebee looked good in that movie. He was pretty good in the movie. Rhinox showed up for I think he had a combined screen time of 20 minutes, if even. But yeah, Primal looked good. Oh, I haven't been able to find Primal. Been able to find Mainline. The Mainline Slam Changer, but that's the only one I've been able to find. I know Sideways can't stand. Sideswipe here also never stands either. Those two are just ever locked in a battle to fall over and annoy me. But yeah, I have one more character from Revenge of the Fallen, and you know how I mentioned I liked Blackout? Well, let's see if you can guess who I'm talking about before I grab them. Who from Revenge of the Fallen do you think I have? The last one. Yeah, I know he's talked at Targets, but every time I go to Target, he's gone. Seriously, anytime I go into Target Run or anything, he's gone. The Transformers shelf is just empty. The only people that are left there are Shadow Striker and a couple other characters that I really don't. Shadow Striker and Skids and stuff, and it's. I don't know. Saw an RC there. Didn't pick that up, but probably should have. Alright, we have a winner, yeah. Grindor. That character, I love this guy. Love this figure. He didn't do much in the movie except fight Optimus and die, but I like him. He's pretty cool. Also, he's a leader I got from some family. Like him. He's one of the few leader classes I'm okay with. I like his size. It looks really cool. He's big and imposing. Plus, he came with a mini Ravage, so that's cool. Got my Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, Grindor Blackout. If you can get either of them, if you can find either of them for a decent price, I'd go for it. Their transformation's a bit annoying. Once you figure it out, after you do it once or twice, it gets easier. Plus, if you get Grindor, you get Mini Ravage there. Or if you get Blackout, you get Mini Scorponok. So, of course, that's... So, yeah, that's definitely good. Minifigures, I love those. Little minifigures. But, yeah, that's Revenge of the Fallen. Now... Oh, yeah, I also don't have any Last Night people. That's right, I don't have anyone from Last Night. But this is Revenge of the Fallen. So, gonna move these guys out of the way here. And take that guy over there. And now we're gonna have to move on to Dark of the Moon. Which I'm going to warn you. I said it's my favorite for a reason. I have the most studio series in this movie. And the thing fell over. Damn it. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alrighty. Alrighty then. First up on my list of stuff, we got one of my favorites. Yeah, there's hardly any. Yeah. Like, I think there's like Lockout, there's Lockdown, Drift. I think they made a Prime for it, right? Yeah, they made a Prime for it in Mohawk. I think that's it. Maybe Crosshairs, but yeah, they really, really just didn't like. I guess even Hasbro realized that movie was terrible, but you know, yeah. One of my favorites, Dark of the Moon Megatron. What this design? God, Jesus, this thing just will not stand, will it? Yeah. Releases next year. Okay. I'll be on the lookout for that because I'm looking for an in-scale Prime. But yeah. I like this Megatron. I love this cloth. I love his massive shotgun here. Just yeah. Then of course he comes with Igor. Love Igor. Just hanging out there. Alright. Next up I'm gonna show you the bane of my existence. The complete and utter bane of my existence here is Shockwave from Dark of the Moon. These are the only 2 leader classes I've ever actually bought on my own full price, because Dark of the Moon is just that much to me. It's really yeah. But yeah, this character is the bane of my existence purely because he's got this, right, which is kind of cool. You can just throw that over his face. You know, recreate from the movie scene where he's dying from having something blind his one eye. Because one eye is definitely the best idea for a giant Transformer robot. But yeah, definitely one of the better movie designs here. Because they didn't really mess up the character at all. But the real reason why he's my bane... Yeah, he's a really good Decepticon design. But there's 2 reasons why he's the bane of my existence. Let me show you them. These guys are the bane of my existence. These 2 will magically disappear for a whole month. Then out of nowhere, I'll step on one. Alright, these guys have been a pain. Ever-living pain. If you have this figure, this character, these 2 come with him, you're going to lose Brains and Wheelie. Alright, that's inevitable. That is inevitable. You're going to lose these 2. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's right. These guys they were too small. I think they should be re-released as core classes at least. But yeah, I have 2 more figures from this from Dark of the Moon. Now I'm a Soundwave nerd. I love Soundwave. So you know, saw this guy in a Target, had to get him. Which is weird, that he is a deluxe. That's the only thing that annoyed me, is that they made him short. They made Soundwave short. He's supposed to be like the same height as Megatron in every other piece of media. And in this one, he's like that much bigger. Really, I like the Laserbeak though, because that's the only Laserbeak we get until, you know, we get the core class that came out not this year. I think it came out last year or so. The core class. Oh, Bayverse Card Decepticons. Yeah. Yeah, those guys are cool. Their transformations are so cool. Their robot modes are usually good. I say usually, because one of them just... I have one in my collection that straight up just sucks in robot mode. And if you've watched too many reviews about Bumblebee figures, you know which one. But I have one more figure from this line. For some reason, people hate this figure. I think he's overhated, personally. But, you know, think what you want to think. That's the power of opinions. Anywho, it's Dark of the Moon Laserbeak. Now, I had to pick this guy up just to fuel my Dark of the Moon obsession. I like this guy. He's not hard to transform. I personally haven't had any issues with this figure. I've heard some people say that the joints are terrible. I mean, this guy, it works really well. It has decent articulation. I haven't had any problems with this character yet. I haven't had any problems with him yet. I'm saying yet because I might in the future, but so far no issues with that guy. And he's turned out to be one of my favorite core classes because he's just works. I also find it funny that all these characters are like muted colors and metal, and then this thing's just bright pink. Yeah. Definitely an interesting laser beak, though. Alright. Now, I only have one character from Age of Extinction, sadly, because Age of Extinction, just like, The Last Night, you thought I had Sentinel? Man, I was looking for Sentinel. He did not show up anywhere, man. If he had shown up, that would have been awesome. But I couldn't find him. Yeah. But yeah, Age of Extinction, sadly, that one also suffers from having, no characters from it. Sure, there's KSI Boss, KSI Sentry, Stinger was released, right? They just recently released Galvatron. But Autobot-wise, they have, nobody from that. Aside from this guy, Drift, who is, to this day, one of my first Autobot studio series. And one of the only ones, because I have two, and that's about it. Oh, Concept Art Sunstreaker. Yeah, I'll have to check him out. I haven't seen him around yet, but I've seen some images of him. He looks pretty good. But yeah. Woo! My Age of Extinction, everybody. Woo! You have Darker Than Thundercracker? Ah, man, lucky. That's something I've been trying to find. But Toys R Us is closed everywhere in America, so he's just never gonna come back. So you're lucky. You're lucky you got Thundercracker, man. But yeah, Age of Extinction, everybody. This is the only character anybody remembers from that movie. Seriously, that's about it. That's the only cool original character they added. Maybe Hound, but then they massacred my boy Hound. Yeah. So yeah. No, I don't have any Last Night. Last Night was just nobody, right? So I don't have any of the 86 line. Wait, Thundercracker's if I remember correctly, you got a Voyager for a leader price? Dang, man. Jeez. I'm surprised oh, wow, he's going for that much. I mean, he is technically the first concept art character, but, Jeez. Alright, so I don't have Last Night or 86 figures. So, we're going to jump straight to Bumblebee, which I have a decent amount of characters from. But not Bumblebee himself, because, again, can't find him anywhere. Yeah, my first two are, the iconic duo. The very iconic duo of Dropkick and Shatter. So Dropkick was fun. I was trying to do a stop motion with him, and his wing broke off, and not just snap it back on broke. It full on broke. It's not going back on unless I super glue and he stays in robot mode. And then we have bane of anybody's existence, Shatter, Car Shatter. You have Wheeljack and you have Wheeljack and Microwave? Cool. Heh. Cool, you have Wheeljack and Microwave. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to get a Dropkick, I would say Studio Series Car 1. Car is good. This one, definitely try and find him. Because, his helicopter one is terrible. As I've seen online, it's not really good. Terrible paint. Doesn't look not screen accurate. Basically it's like this one, but worse, somehow. Yeah, Microwave. Look, I picked that. Look, I watch a lot of MGO316. He made that joke a lot. But yeah. Really good. Bane of my existence. Surprised it hasn't broken at all. I'm surprised Shattered never broke, but Dropkick did. That's surprising. And then the last two figures from this one I have This is my piece de la resistance, my favorite Soundwave that they have released so far. My favorite modern Soundwave. That is like perfect Soundwave. That is peak Soundwave right there. And of course, Soundwave isn't complete without his good old pal Ravage. Because I got core class Ravage. I got Soundwave, and I saw this guy for $12. Picked them up. Now I got them both. Look. Yeah, I know figures I like most typically break. My Siege Thundercracker's entire back section came off because the joint was just really bad, was just poorly made or something. Because it just wore out really quickly, like a few months after I got it, man. Yeah, I know this Soundwave turns into a pancake, but honestly, if you're buying Soundwave for an alt mode these days, I don't know why. He turns into a tape recorder. There's not much you can go off of there. Nobody uses radios anymore, so you can't turn it into a boombox like Blaster. But I like this. I like this design. His robot mode is good. Better articulation than both of these figures, at least. And also, of course, Ravage fits in his chest. That's the selling point for me, at least. Ravage could fit in his chest. So glad they kept that with the Soundwave figure. But yeah, I do have some G1. Not too many, because those things get expensive. Just like some of the mini characters nobody likes. Oh yeah, street light mode. Yeah, that's the redeeming quality here. But I mean, of the 4 figures here, he is definitely my favorite. He has articulation. He has the height. He's got the mechanics. Pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna move on to some G1 stuff. Now, some of these are reissue. So don't get terribly mad that I don't have the originals. But I mean, come on. I wasn't born when these came out. I had to find these. I had to find these at toy cons and stuff, so. Yeah. Yeah. Like, this one. Skull Cruncher. Bought this guy at a used toy place. He doesn't come with a headmaster, missing his tail, missing his gun. I didn't know that when I bought him. So when I got him, he just looks like this. So, yeah. Just an incomplete figure now. Also have a character that came broken. Broken Warpath. This guy, forgot his name, but he was from, I don't know what he is, but he's a Transformer, so. Yeah. And then one of my other good ones. Avoid Kingdom Rhinox. Yeah, I avoided most of Kingdom. Like, as you saw, I have like 4 figures from that entire line. But yeah, here's my favorite character. Reissue G1 Soundwave. And of course I had to get him friends, so he comes with Buzzsaw. I bought Laser Beacon Ravage. And then I bought the reissues of Rumble and Frenzy, so the gang's all here. Because I don't count Ratbat, because he showed up in like 3 episodes, the season 4, 3 episodes, and never showed up ever again. And to settle the debate for you people, Rumble, Frenzy. Okay? That's my take. That's how they are in the cartoon, that's how they should be as toys, but you know, for some strange reason, Hasbro likes calling Frenzy and Rumble. It's Rumble and Frenzy. Come on. Titans Return Onslaught? Yeah. Soundwave's alt. Yeah, if Soundwave's alt mode looks better, that character's got an issue. But yeah, favorite character here. Plus, you know, easy transformation. Let me find his cannon back here. There we go. And there he is right there. Just taller than everybody. Around the same height as this guy. And look at the stunning family resemblance there. And then we have his stepbrother that nobody knows. So, you know. Third party. Oh, third party. My first third party I got was somebody sold me a Combiner Wars Bruticus box set, but in G2 colors. So, you know, it looked weird. Anyway, I opened it, and instead of having the Combiner Wars figures, it was just the G1 figures repainted as G2. But the plastic mold or something that they used messed up the articulation. So a character that had wrist movement had no wrist movement, included almost none of the accessories. So yeah, I just don't trust third parties anymore. Yeah, Legacy. I showed that off earlier in the stream, but I only have 2. You know, I don't really pick up Legacy too much. Only a few figures that intrigue me. Legacy, if I can find them, I have Knockout from Prime because he's perfect. He's got that perfect paint job, and of course, TM2 Megatron, Transmetal 2 Beast Megatron. Yeah, that was a scam AF. Yeah, that was true. But yeah, my Legacy figures are just these 2. TM Megatron I got for $25 for a liter at Target. If you think that was I almost thought that was a scam, but no, full figure, everything, and of course, Precious Knockout. Look, so I got him on a Memorial Day sale for $25 at Target. So if you go to Target, sometimes they'll just have sales for random things. Like you use a price checker and they'll tell you like $25 or something. That guy was $25. I got lucky. I got super lucky on that character. Yeah, I bought him with this guy. These 2 I bought together. This guy was only $6, if believe it or not, instead of 12. Got him half off. But yeah, I do have a few more things to show off here. One of those being, ooh, da, 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 da. Incomplete G1 Triptychon. He's incomplete. I bought this off a guy at a Toy Con, thinking he came with everything. I open up the bag when I get home. He is stripped of everything. He doesn't have the cover, no battery pack, no brunt or full tilt. Absolutely no one. It's just base him. So yeah, I've been on the lookout for parts for him, but almost no luck. Mechagodzilla, but cooler. Yeah, that's about right. That about explains this character in all detail. But you know, he still works. His joints are actually surprisingly well for an old figure. But yeah, that's my one of my better G1s I have. Oh, a character I forgot to show off earlier in the stream because I completely forgot is a figure I love. One of my favorite characters in comics in general. And he had a really cool side mission in Arkham Knight. One of my favorite side missions, Arkham Knight. Azrael. The gold label Azrael. This guy is awesome. Comes with his flaming sword here. And his Suit of the Souls, basically, yeah. A Doomslayer figure would be awesome, dude. I want a Doomslayer too. I am a Doom. Doom is one of the few shooters I actually play. Alien Romulus. That could be interesting, definitely. Yeah, Alien Romulus is definitely something I'm looking forward to too. Yeah, I like Doom too. Doom's pretty good. I like 2016 Doom. Another shooter I got into. Aside from that one, I'm not really a big shooter person, to be honest. Like, some of them are just pain. Like, Command and Conquer's Renegade was one of the ones I liked. But that's just showing my age. That's old. That's an old one. That's one of the old shooters. Yeah, like I said before, I'm more of a fighting game guy myself. Fighting games are more of my style. Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat a little bit. Injustice 2. Great game. Terrible players, but a great game. Now here are my only two Optimus Prime figures I have. We got that. That's an old one. That's old. I've had that for a while, man. I had that since I was a kid. And got this on Christmas. Lego Prime. That thing was fun to build. Big, but fun to build. And if you don't have one of these guys, sense of scale. Here he is next to a pretty decently sized leader. That's his size next to a leader class. If you want a bit bigger of a leader, still look at that. He's pretty tall. I don't have any actual commanders except for Skylinks. So there you go. That's his height, basically. Love this guy too. It's just a potato head Optimus Prime. Oh, your favorite Marvel villain's Carnage? I like Carnage. Carnage is just fun. So much more violent than Venom. Favorite Marvel villain though? Ooh. That's a tough one. I'm more of a DC guy. Carnage is definitely up there as one of my favorites. I would have to say as another favorite of mine, maybe just based on design, is Whiplash. I like Whiplash. He's pretty cool. Symbiotes in general, yeah, those are cool. I like symbiotes. Riot. There's Riot, Anti-Venom. Shriek got one, right? Yeah, if I remember correctly. Maximum Carnage. I love Carnage. He's cool. Yeah, I could see Carnage disturbing Joker. Put those two psychopaths together, they would probably disturb each other. Venom pool? Oh yeah, Deadpool Venom. I think Venomized characters is getting a little old. Like, they were cool when they first came out, but now I think they're just taking advantage of the fact that some characters look cool, so now they're just going to use it for everything. Which is fine, makes sense to do that, but at the same time, come on, man, come up with a more original idea than just venomizing everybody. Yeah. So if you guys want to talk figures, any comics, anything, TV shows, I'm a big nerd of anything, really. Video games and stuff. Predator. Yeah, one of the Predators would be cool as a symbiote. I could see that, yeah. Because they're already pretty advanced. They got the invisibility. They've got the weapons. They got the tech. They fight xenomorphs normally. So adding a Venom to that, adding a symbiote to that would be awesome. Fallout show? I haven't followed Fallout for a while, but yeah, that could be an interesting show, definitely. I'll have to check that one out. Video game shows are awesome. Yeah, I just finished watching Peacemaker. That was a good one. That was a good show. Yeah, another show I saw that was a video game one was Castlevania. That Castlevania show they made was perfect. Yeah, Halo Flood without context. Something tells me I'm going to regret that decision. see here. I'm trying to find something here. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at that later. Actually, wait, what am I talking about? I can probably just find that right now. Halo Flood. Let's see here. You said Halo Flood, no context. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That sounds kind of like... That sounds a little bit like Command & Conquer. Again, showing my age. It's got... some of the older ones had that, a similar idea with aliens. For some strange reason, I don't understand why they had to bring aliens into a conflict between global powers, but, you know... Whatever sells money in the 90s when they came out. But yeah. If you mention any franchise or series or anything, I can see if I have a figure of it, or if you have a specific figure you think you'd like to see that I might have. Hey, go for it. I've got most of my figures out already here, so. Ooh. I'll have to look up that cutscene later. Yeah. I love the when they show transformations and stuff. It's one of the main reasons why I got into Doom is because I like the demon killing stuff. That was cool. So that's another reason why it's... But then again, I don't really like shooters terribly much. Platformers are okay. Shooters, some of the mechanic... If it's first person, I'm fine. Third person shooters, I can't do. I don't know why, I just can't do third persons. Predators. Ooh. Hi, you thought you got me. I have a singular Predator figure that I got from my dad, of all people, because he's a movie fanatic also. Just, Oh, darn it. Alright, let me just fix that real quick. And... Yeah, old Predator figure right there. Yeah, Slayer is awesome. Slayer's good. But yeah, see, Predator. Yeah, got this from my dad. One of my favorites. You have 3 Predators? Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, my favorite Predator's got to be Predator 1. It's one of my favorites. Alien vs. Predator 1. Only the first one. It's pretty good too. Pretty cool designs. Yeah, I like Alien vs. Predator 1. Number 1 is fine. 2 was, it was something. It was something. It did exist. Why it existed, nobody knows, but it did exist. And I made a lot of money for no reason. Huh. Yeah. Well, I will tell you, Look, they bring babies into things and it just gets weird. All right, the only movie that I think did alien babies well is Alien itself, the very first one from the 1970s. Won't get an Alien vs. Predator 3. You know, if enough people ask for it, and they think they'll make enough money, they just might do it. I mean, we're in the age of sequels, man, and reboots. We'll probably get another Alien vs. Predator soon. Is my prediction. We'll probably get one, not this year, probably a year or two, and probably a year or two we'll probably get another Alien vs. Predator film. Or another thing in the Alien vs. Predator universe, you know? But yeah. Like, I thought they were done with Godzilla, and then I realized, oh wait, no, Godzilla vs. Kong existed. So, you know, shows my knowledge. But yeah. Even though I have a lot of Transformers, I am a big Batman fan. I've made sure to get a lot of the what I like to call the Batman Essentials. Yeah, of course it's canon. They show them off together. They made 2 movies. And it makes sense. Take 2 characters and they're pretty awesome. It's like a good crossover. Unlike, it's better than Freddy vs. Jason, I'll give it that. Yeah, Batman's awesome. Yeah. I have a list of comics in my head that I consider Batman Essentials that you have to read really to understand the character. I have a few of them on me right now. Like, one of those is Under the Red Hood. Really good if you want to learn about Red Hood and stuff. Definitely recommend that one. A couple others that I think are like really good reads I'd recommend are any of Scott Snyder and anything written by any Batman comic with these 2 in it. Alright, because these 2 are awesome. I love all these guys' work is great. They did this. They did Last Night on Earth. They did Last Night on Earth here. They made the death metal Batman. And they did Batman Who Laughs, too. One of my favorites. But yeah. Going off of essentials here that I think you need to read. Oh, Shattered Glass. That's something. You know, something I don't understand about Shattered Glass is that they have Shockwave as like a saint. But the thing is, he was an Autobot before he became a Decepticon. So technically, he should still be evil in that universe. Like, I think Shockwave should still be evil in Shattered Glass because he started out as an Autobot and had Shadow Play and then turned into Shockwave because he was evil and devoid of emotion. So if he's an Autobot originally, he should just be an evil, terrible person still. But oh, analog horror? Analog horror. I haven't really seen much of analog horror lately. It's good. It's just not my thing. I like having a slightly cohesive story. I know that's ironic coming from the guy who likes slashers. Right? But I don't know. Analog horrors or something I don't know. Are we talking about like Blair Witch Project and stuff like that? Mandela Catalog. I'll have to write that down. Now my question to you is, what do you think about slashers? Overrated? Only a select few, you know. I think personally slashers are pretty cool. Until they, you know, create the 10th movie in the series and you're like, please just stop. Because, I mean, come on. 2 of the figures I showed off earlier are literally slashers. Like, 2 of my favorite figures are slasher characters here. You know, we got New Blood Jason, Halloween Kills Mike, and then Halloween Kills Michael. Yeah, these 2 are some of my favorite figures. Michael Myers. Halloween was one of the first slashers I ever watched. The original from 1970s. That was one of the first horrors I ever saw. It was fun. That was a fun movie. My parents showed it to me when I was way too young to watch that movie, and yeah, slashers are fun. Foul language allowed. Foul language, personally, I don't care foul language. It's just that I'm in a household full of people, so I can't just be like rattling off curse words whenever I want or swearing. Can't do that because I have like a bunch of people in this house, and they're just gonna look at me weird if they just hear me just like randomly swearing in my room to a bunch of people on the internet. So first horror experience was Alien. Oh, dude, you're lucky. Alien was awesome. I loved that first movie. I watched the first four, so Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Requiem and Resurrection. Then I couldn't find, and then Prometheus I couldn't get behind. I don't know. I just didn't really want to try Prometheus, and then, yeah. Oh, that's all you had to say? Oh, that's fine. There's movies like The Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that. Oh man, you didn't have to say that. I think Resurrection was okay. Okay, I enjoyed it. I liked the scene with all the clones in the room. That was, and then they burn it to the ground. That was pretty cool. But hey, to each their own. To each their own. There's also people out there who enjoy all thirteen Friday the 13th. Hey, need something? Not in here. Not here. I think it's in here. Yeah, I understand not liking Resurrection. It's a weird story. It's a little far-fetched that they want to clone Ripley of all people. But is it as weird as number 3 where she's on a prison planet full of men? Oh, it makes Tarn look merciful? Jeez. Okay, that's pretty rough, buddy. Alright. I don't know, sexual abuse stuff, that's not my thing. I hate movies that have that sometimes. That's why Wes Craven's not really a favorite of mine. Yeah, Newt died, yeah. They killed Newt. They killed the dog, alright? That's what I hate. They killed dogs in that movie, man. Gave us a cool new symbiote, but they had to kill dogs to get it. Yeah. Oh, that's another game I was getting into. Alien Firestorm Elite. A shooter game based around aliens. That's a good title. If you're an Alien fan, you should try it out. Has all sorts of aliens, some cool Easter eggs. Really cool gameplay also. Like, I think I have a copy of it somewhere. Pretty sure I have a physical copy. Yeah, if you're an Aliens fan, then I would have to heavily suggest this title. Fireteam Elite. Yeah, I haven't read any of the prequel stuff. I'm a movie guy. I like watching the movies. Yeah. It's one of the main reasons why I'm not into Mortal Kombat sometimes is because they have all the prequel comics that I can't hunt down for anything. Yeah. Yeah, Alien Team Fireteam Elite. Definitely check it out. I would say if you like aliens. Oof. The book was that good that it got you in tears? That's okay. I might have to check that out. Alien River of Pain. Oh yeah, great game. Fun game. I beat the story. Love that ending boss. That was cool. In the let me see here. The recon. I like the recon class. That was pretty good. I tried technician with the no, not I think it was technician. Yeah, with the turret and the mines and a couple other things. Pretty fun game. Had a lot of fun with that. Kind of wish they had Ripley or some of the other characters from Aliens in it. But you know, just some Easter eggs. Oh, Prey. Hey, they made Prey into a movie, didn't they? Seen it at like a library somewhere. It's different. Okay, okay. I was wondering. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. What ones I got? Yeah. One of my. Yeah. So you got any good comic suggestions? Because kind of finished a lot of the Batman like the base. I just finished a lot of the Batman stories that seem like if you're a Batman fan, you have to have read them at least once. So. Oh wow. Shattered Glass. All right, I've looked into Shattered Glass. I'm trying to find that. A human being able to get into the ranks of the Predators. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Absolute Carnage. Ooh. All right, that sounds pretty good. I like Carnage, so that should be fun. Yeah. I just got finished reading quite a bit of the Batman books, like Death in the Family. Yeah. Found Year One. That was surprising. I'm surprised I found Year One. I already showed you Death Metal, Under the Red Hood. I got a big old comic. I don't know if I can even find it. There you go. This big boy. This is a good story because they actually portray Bane really well. Oh yeah, Carnage. Oh yeah, Let There Be Carnage was a yeah. I wish they had more Carnage too, but I'm happy they brought Shriek in there too, so that they keep a little comic continuity there, right? But yeah, I love that Carnage design in that movie. That was pretty good. King Shark. Oh, I like him. He's fun. King Shark's fun. Especially love how I love his portrayal with some. I love Sylvester Stallone's portrayal in Suicide Squad. That was funny. I like King Shark. The Marvel Legends. That's like the DC multiverse for Marvel. It's like the McFarlane toys for Marvel, right? I don't know. I haven't collected those. Because again, more of a DC guy, but yeah, I've seen the Legends Deadpool. That's something I'm trying to find again. Is Deadpool because I always think, oh yeah, I'll get it next time, and then it's gone. But yeah, ooh. Yeah. So I have a question. Do any of you guys follow Street Fighter? Ooh, Symbiote Spider-Man. Yeah. Yeah, I wish they made a Bully McGuire figure. That'd be cool. You know, Spider-Man 3 is one of my top Marvel movies. Just purely out of the fact that it's not in the MCU, so it's not affected by anything. It's just a good Spider-Man movie. Alright, to each their own. I've tried Mortal Kombat. I think I just suck at the game, man. I don't know. I've only played Mortal Kombat for the guest characters. Like, seriously, in every game, my main is a guest character. In X, I played Jason. Like, that was it. I played Jason, and that was it. I didn't even bother learning anybody else. Slasher Jason. Oh yeah, Doomslayer. He better be in MK1. He better be in the Mortal Kombat 1 they just released. Come on, he's got to be in there. But yeah, MK11 came out. I played Spawn. I played Terminator. I played those two, the heck out of those two. Oh, you made Predator. Ooh, I tried Predator. I'm not really good with trap characters or rush, but his rushdown variation was pretty good. I preferred that one, but yeah. Man, I could not get Leatherface for the life of me. I could not get Leatherface in MKX. He was just, he was so weird. Couldn't really find any good combos with him. Yeah, Jason, Slasher Jason. Yeah, I'm insane. I play Slasher Jason. I like it. His other two variations are really good too, but I just love Slasher. It's fun. They got super creative with that variation. Yeah, MK11, I played Spawn and Terminator, and I think a little bit of Johnny Cage. Not much though. I mostly was Spawn because that's kind of the reason why I bought that guy. It's the reason why I bought this figure. Literally was because I made Spawn in MK11. So. Oh my God! There's a Batman X Predator. I'm not surprised. There's like Batman and Hellboy. Right? Batman and TMNT. Batman versus Dracula. So many crossovers with Batman. Batman and Predator. That could be interesting. That definitely would be interesting. Yeah, that... okay. That one... Yep, of course he fights aliens too. Why wouldn't he, right? Of course there's a Batman analog horde. Batman's done, like, everything. He has good He had good suspense, action-filled movies with the Dark Knight trilogy. He had the fun... He had funny campy with the 1966. He had really cool gothic designs for Batman and Batman Returns. And then of course, he had the bad ones, Then he had the really bad ones, like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, we would be so screwed. Like, in the first movie, that thing grew over the course of, like, only a few hours. Yeah, my favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton and Adam West. Those are some of my favorites there. Michael Keaton was fun. I enjoyed his Batman. Adam West, he was just perfect. He was awesome. Yeah, Xenomorph variants, yeah. Alright. Unfortunately, I will have to end the stream. So, have a nice day. I'm sure I enjoyed this. I'll probably do this again sometime when I get some more figures added to my collection. So, until next time, see ya. All right, ending stream. Have a nice night, everybody.